Here's a little reality check for most business enthusiasts and aspiring millionaires. Entrepreneurship is an ugly game. I know the media portrays it as this wonderful thing that you should do and buy luxury cars and all that jazz, but the truth is, that's just the outcome. All the success, all the vacations, the cars, the parties, that's the goal. That's the ultimate achievement of an entrepreneur. Don't get fooled by the Instagram lifestyle. It takes a lot of work. Most people don't understand the reality of this. When I say that it takes a lot of work, I really mean it. When you're running a business, you have to spend at least 80 to 100 hours every week working on your business, and that's period. The game is pretty hard on you, and it's going to exploit you at your deepest levels, both physical and emotional. You see, what motivates people to go through all that pain? The main goal, a purpose and freedom. Options are what drives most entrepreneurs. Being able to choose a better house, better accountants, better bodyguards, better life, better money. The point is, entrepreneurship, it just isn't for everyone. In fact, I'd say most people aren't even remotely close to being able to stay focused for such long periods of time and being obsessed with the constant improvement that's entrepreneurship. Some signs that entrepreneurship isn't for you. I mean, some of these might be shocking because maybe you thought entrepreneurship was for you and you've seen these signs in yourself and you're now realizing that, hey, maybe it's not for you, and that's okay. Entrepreneurship isn't for everyone. So pay attention to the video, see if you have some of these traits, and maybe you can find something that you're probably going to be better suited to. And who knows, you're probably going to excel at it even more. Number one is you can't handle responsibility. If you can't handle high levels of responsibility, you simply can't be an entrepreneur. While you're running your business, you're going to have countless responsibility. First of all, you're going to have to balance between your personal and your professional life. You see, this is important. You have to stay healthy and enjoy life while doing business. Otherwise, what's the point? This takes experience and skill. You have to organize yourself in a very specific manner, and if you don't, you'll burn out very soon. Other responsibilities are related to clients and customers, especially at the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey. You'll have to manage everything yourself. While CEOs of big businesses don't have to interact with their customers, when you're first starting out, you're going to have to make sure that everything goes as you planned. So it's understandable to micromanage and make sure that every customer is treated well. Customers have expectations, and let me tell you, some of them are unreasonable. Some of them are just stressful, incompetent, and you'll have to fire customers too from time to time, as well as employees. But, in the beginning, you can't always do that because every single employee or customer that you do have is going to be paramount to your business's success. So, if you sell high-ticket items, your business might be running thanks to one or two customers. And this is the case of many social media agencies, closers, marketing agencies, and so on. Then there's all the management, from making sure your accountant is actually helping you to get those things done properly to making sure you're operating in a legal manner. Taxes are incomprehensibly annoying, and trust me, you don't want to operate illegally. This will usually turn against you in the future. Finally, there's your team that you have to manage, and this one is really stressful. Leadership is a skill that every entrepreneur has to master, and at the beginning, you might not find the best people. So, you'll probably have to train people, and most will leave you. Some will not perform. You're going to have to motivate them and lead the whole team to success. Although this sounds fun, when combined with other responsibilities, it's just a group of people that depend on you and are going to hold you accountable. So, if you're a person that is easily stressed, you can't perform under pressure, and you're generally an anxious person, first you should work on yourself, or otherwise entrepreneurship isn't really for you. A good alternative to entrepreneurship, if you'd like less responsibilities, is solopreneurship. You set up a business by yourself, you operate it yourself, and you go from there. While this sounds better, it isn't really good for the long run because if you are by yourself, you can't realistically scale since you only have so much time. But yeah, it might be an option for those of you who are just looking to make some extra cash. Sign number 2, you care about others too much. There's a saying among entrepreneurs that goes like this: in order to be generous, you have to be selfish at first. In business, you have to sacrifice hobbies, your friends, and even your family in order to scale and focus on your business. You can't have both ways. You have to choose between your goals and your family and friends. You can have them back once you succeed. You'll have to make ruthless decisions, and very often, people will make you feel guilty about it. Tell you that you're a bad person for taking your goals too seriously. They'll call you a workaholic. You name it, they're going to call you it. Another sign related to this one is that if you care about what other people think about you, it's not really for you. I mean, look at Elon Musk. He started Tesla years ago, and when he did, everyone was against him. Even the media, in the news, on television, everyone was talking about how he'll fail. If he had listened to them, then there would be no Tesla, no SpaceX, no Falcon 9, pretty much nothing. At the beginning of the business, everyone is probably going to be against you, and that's pretty normal. You're going to lose countless friends, and if you can't handle this, then just don't even bother starting a business. So you gotta be willing to go against the trend, to do what's unpopular, and to do what's ultimately right. Number 3 is you aren't a problem solver. Problem solving is the most important skill of entrepreneurs. In a capitalistic society, one will succeed if he or she has the courage to take huge risks in order to provide a good service that will solve a real problem. Anything, in fact, solves some problems. A garden solves the problem of your garden being messy, a burger solves the problem of you being hungry, and so on. Any product ever solves some sort of problem. The bigger the problem, the more you'll be able to charge for the solution, which is your product. But in order to be able to start and to grow a business, you'll need to address a lack of a solution in the marketplace. Put simply, you'll need to take a good look around yourself and see what others can't see. What problems are currently annoying, and what problems haven't been solved properly by other businesses in the past. While this sounds easy, it actually isn't. If it was, then everyone would be a millionaire. The first problem you'll encounter is that you won't be able to find a very good problem to address. While it seems that everything already has a solution and the provider of that solution, this is deeply untrue. If that was a reality, businesses wouldn't pop out of anywhere like it is happening right now. And another difficulty is competition, which is the reason why, ideally, you have to solve a problem that hasn't been addressed by anyone else. The thing is, most people aren't problem solvers. They aren't proactive, but they're reactive. This means that they let things happen to them instead of making things happen. The simple shift of mindset makes a huge difference. But if you don't start developing this skill now, you will most certainly be outworked by those who are already working on it. Now, I know we just had a list of 3 things that pretty much if you didn't have those characteristics, you aren't really cut out to be an entrepreneur. However, I want to challenge you guys with something. I want to say that what I said literally doesn't matter. If you're willing to do something and you really want it, then you're going to do it regardless of the cost. You got to realize that entrepreneurship is a game where you're never going to succeed on your first try. Meaning that even if you're an anxious person, you don't know how to solve problems, and you have none of the traits, you can still learn those things and become the person that will succeed at entrepreneurship.